Okay guys, the video wasn't working the first time, so I'm still getting used to this channel and how to pause and redo and replay and add some more stuff on here. So I guess I'm just gonna have to do this all over again. But okay, for those of you who don't know, this is Butterscotch. He's a Dutch bunny. Well, he's not a bunny anymore, but he's my bunny. So it's clean out day for him. I usually do it on the weekends, but he has significantly, he's been retrained since he was sick, severely sick. So that time has passed. So I want to show you guys how I clean out his cage. Hopefully he doesn't have to poop, because that would kind of suck. Okay. So first of all, I take out all his toys, put them aside. He's probably looking for that. There you go, Butterscotch. So, nope, he's just wondering what's going on, but he knows. Empty his food out. This ball, obviously, oops, he had peed on, so this ball will get thrown out. The hay, obviously, there is more hay. It's down there. But it will get thrown away because I always give them fresh. Okay. And this is what we got. Here's his litter box. When he was sick, during the training process again, so we all know how it's like training a baby, you know, learning how to walk and all that other stuff, and teaching dogs and training them when they're puppies how to behave and all that other good stuff. So so when Butterscotch was sick, he wasn't peeing or pooping for quite some time. So now, excuse me, guys, it's really early. Well, it's like a little bit after 6:30, but I've been up at like 4:30. So since he's been sick, he has a lot of litter in here. So I'll just show you this. So what he has been doing is he's been peeing on the litter. I'm sorry, not on the litter, but on the bedding. And so what I do is I just scoop that up and put it in the litter box to show him that that's where he's supposed to go to the bathroom, including poop. So there's plenty of poop around his whole cage area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it out and give him some fresh bedding pellets, so he knows where to go to the bathroom. Obviously his scent is already in there for where he needs to go. So let me do that now, and just hold on 1 second. Okay, the next step is to clean out this cage. Now, as you can see, guys, this is where he pees. I don't think you guys can see it because the lights in here aren't that best. Let me just, you can see like the dark brown spot over there. That's where he's been peeing. So normally what I do is I just take the whole bedding throughout his whole cage, scoop it to one area, and then throw it in the garbage. So let me get all that. This is only a couple minute process, but it shouldn't take too long. Now, as you can see, Butterscotch is sitting there because he knows that Mama's cleaning out his cage. So, he does not attack. If some of you might think that, you know, because rabbits are territorial, he does not attack me at all because he knows Mom's the boss. So, there were actually a couple of times this week where he was grunting at me. And normally that means, you know, leave me alone. You know, I don't want to be bothered. But I picked him up anyways and held him, and he was fine, and he gave me kisses. So, so it doesn't hurt just to pick him up and show him some love and be like, you know what, everything's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I have to take this garbage bag out. Goodness. That's a lot. Okay. Alright guys, that's the best that I can do with that. But I made a mess on the floor, but that's okay. That's what a vacuum is for, right? Okay. Hi, Butterscotch. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a secret here. A lot of people just use hay or whatever for the rabbit to go into to pee or poop. I don't. The reason for that is because you're not, for me, you don't know if your rabbit is chewing on the hay that they peed or pooped on. And for me, I am a huge OCD health freak fanatic here when it comes to animals. So I use this. It's called Aspen Supreme Pellets. Now, it is used for birds and other animals, rabbits, you name it. And let me tell you, it does a huge amount of picking up odors, especially when they pee, because rabbits do have that ammonia smell when they pee. So when he goes to the bathroom, and when basically his litter box, when it's full, you can start smelling it because it needs to be changed. That's usually the time where I'm pretty sick with my MS, or if I have seizures or something, and I'm physically exhausted. And until I get my daughter, when I have her, then I have her clean him up, considering he is her rabbit. But he is my baby, to be completely real here. So I did put more bedding. I did put more bedding than usual on here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. So I did fill it to the rim, which I normally don't do, but this time I did it. So because I clean them out a lot more this time around, like I said, between at least three times a week. So I just clean out the layers and make sure the fresh pellets come through. So this said litter and bedding, but I just use it for litter. It works awesome with rabbits that have, you know, that huge ammonia smell, which all rabbits do, but he doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Can you come here, Ben, Mom? Come here. He's just looking at me. Come here. Come here. No, he doesn't want nothing to do with me right now. Okay, so normally I would suggest this. It's green. It's all natural. It's 100% organic. So I would suggest this bag or this Aspen Supreme pellet for litter. It is just, I have to say, as an owner of a rabbit or any small mammal, it is awesome. I can't say enough about this product. I've been using it now since I got Butterscotch. Here he comes. He's just checking out some stuff over here. Since I got him, he was kind of a little weary because I got him at a pet shop, which I was always afraid of getting an animal at a pet shop just due to the fact because you don't know if they're getting fed well or what the case might be, but he's doing awesome. What you doing? So, all right, guys, let me put this back in here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is fill his hay holder with hay. What you doing? What's Mama doing, huh? He's just sitting there looking at me, just waiting. He knows what's coming, so. Okay. So I usually set this on the second level. Let me see if I can get this other side in here quickly. Okay, so I do give him enough hay. There it is. The light's kind of stuck in here, like I said before. So it is overflowing with hay, so he can grab it. Usually he'll be on this end while he's going to the bathroom, and he can reach over, and sometimes he won't even be using the bathroom, and he'll be on his bedding, and he will actually lift himself up here and grab it. So actually the bars are all the way down here, so it is overflowed with hay for him. And the hay that I use for Butterscotch is the actual Oxbow Western Timothy hay. And as I said before, this blend, when he was sick, tried to get him to eat, this one sucked. He ate a little bit, and then it just went soggy, and it just, I don't want to say molted, but it just clumped together. It was just disgusting. So I do not prefer anybody to get that kind of blend for your animal. So the next thing I'm going to do is his food, which is the Oxbow Garden Select Adult Food. So I give him about 5 ounces, give or take, just because of the fact that when I first got him, I was giving him a whole bowl of food and wondering why he wasn't eating enough hay. So now I got a smaller bowl, and this is how much food I put in, just for you guys to see. It's about halfway. I give him about maybe 4 to 5 ounces of food, just so he can eat. But normally when that runs out, even during the day, he's got no other choice but to eat his hay. So he doesn't kind of like that method. But it is what it is, because basically it's an ounce per pound of what he should be eating, if I'm correct on this. Okay, 1 to 4 pounds is 1/8 cup, so it's a pretty small amount. So I did dump most of that out and gave him half of the half, so it's basically 1/4 of that whole bowl, which will be his whole daily dose. And then here, coming to find out, you guys, this stuff, it's all natural softwood. I get it at Petco because I can't get it at Pet World. They have some different bedding for animals, but this natural softwood seems to be working absolutely wonders with him. So just to let you guys know, when we first got him, they gave us, we bought the bedding from Pet World, and it didn't seem to do the job for him. He didn't seem to care about the bedding, and the smell, excuse me, the smell wasn't all that great either. I mean, it was fresh, but not as fresh as you would think. But this stuff, so fresh. The natural softwood, oh my god, it makes your whole room smell like a wood shop. So if you're into that woodsy smell and you have small mammals, get it. That's how I trained Butterscotch also to start going into his litter box, because that's one thing that he did not like to do, was to pee or poop on his bedding. And this stuff worked fantastic for him until I switched when I was at Petco to get him his Oxbow food. So when I got that, he started all over again, so I just switched back and he stopped. So again, it's natural materials. It's just plain, it's just wonderful. Even I love it. And it absorbs, it says absorbs and controls odor naturally. If you guys can see it on here. Let me see. There you go. And it actually does what it says it's going to do. So like when he peed on it, there was no odor. It just absorbed it constantly. So if you guys want a good litter, that is the product to get. You get it at Petco. I think it's like less than 13 bucks. 14 bucks. I think I got it for like 10 something. I don't remember. But it's something around there. So it's actually not expensive at all. And that whole bag I use for 2 months. At least 2 months. Because he's a rabbit. You know, he is a dig dweller. So usually when I put it in there, he'll dig his way, because he likes to lay on the plastic when he, you know, tries to go to sleep. So now he's just in his own little, he's behind the table here by, there he is. That's his normal hiding spot. So anyways, that's what I would get if I were you. So we'll see. So let me put this in here, and you guys can watch if you'd like. Alright guys, so basically he is done. So he's got his ball, his toys, so he's got multiples. He's got some other toys here. He's been chewing on this one lately. It's probably one of his favorites. You can see him, see that part of that he chewed off. So, I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to put this stuff back together. So basically, this is what his cage is. I made a mess here. And then always, I keep the door open. He cannot jump out. As you can see, the lid is open. Sorry, guys. So when he's out from morning until nighttime, the door is always open in case he's got to use the bathroom, get water, wants to eat. There's no way that I would leave him not running around because rabbits are supposed to run around between 2 to 4 hours a day to get their exercise in and do what they got to do. So, yeah, that's what goes on. The water, he will get fresh water after this video. But after that, yeah, this is just a normal daily schedule with him. So when people say, don't put your rabbit in a cage, I say no, I don't agree with that. What I do agree with is getting a small cage for your rabbit. That's a huge negative for me. Get the biggest one that you can. This is the biggest one that they had there, and the biggest one that I know that they make. So this is the, like, I'm going to say, like, the extra large. And here he is. He's by Mom. So he knows I'm talking about him. He's got his ears up. So, again, just, what you want? What you want? Oh, that's such a good boy. Come here. That's a good boy. Hey, you. So, this is Butterscotch, everybody. He's just like, what's going on here? So, yeah, I would just get the largest cage as you can. Leave it open. If you're home, leave the door open. Let your animal run around. I've done that with Butterscotch hundreds and hundreds of times. I've actually left to go run errands, and I've been gone for hours at a time. And I'll come home, and he's perfectly fine. He didn't make a mess. He didn't chew on cords. But that's also part of the training process with your rabbit. Getting your rabbit to trust you is huge. Don't hit your rabbit. That's one thing I don't agree on. But disciplining him, I do agree on that. So when he goes near a cord or starts chewing on something that he knows that he's going to get yelled at for, because I have ears that are just like bunny ears, you know, you can hear anything and everything. Let me put you down here, Butterscotch. There you go. So usually, when he was little, like I said, you know, he knows the word no. He will look at you and be like, okay, I'm going to go back and do it again. So he's going to see what he can get away with. And usually with that, when you just say no and be stern about it, he will just literally hop away because he knows better. Or like if he's pooping in his cage and not in his litter box, I'll usually just snap my fingers and be like, in the litter box, and I'll snap it and point my finger to the litter box, and he will literally jump in the litter box to do it. So he's just chilling by mom right now, just getting his old time in. So he does love going outside, but obviously it's getting cold here, so that's kind of off the handle right now for him. Having people come over and being really loud, especially with children, please, 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 please do not, and I'm saying this through an animal lover, do not have loud children next to a rabbit. They will literally get scared, and at times they will have a heart attack, and they can die. Just because of everything that goes on, they are literally scared. They're prey animals, so even though they are mammals, they are prey. So having things quiet, talking to them like a baby, like I do with Butterscotch, trust me, it works all the time. So when I take him out and the neighbor kids are out and they run up to him, like, don't run up to him. They're like, oh, can we pet him? I'm like, yeah, but you need to do it quietly. You know, got to use your indoor voice, even though we're outdoors, you know. So it's kind of like this whole training process with him. And then usually I can tell when he's had enough. I'll just pick him up and be like, sorry guys, we gotta go inside. And usually, you know, they get sad because, you know, there's a bunny around and, you know, he's so cute. But yeah, you can't have, I would say if your kids are very well behaved, and I'm saying well behaved, no screaming or temper tantrums or any of that stuff, because even with my own kid, I wouldn't even put up with that. I would say at least the age of 8 or higher for rabbits to be around, just because the age gap, usually because 8, you're basically in what, like 3rd grade? I don't remember. It's been a long time. My daughter's 15 now. So I would say about maybe military. Hello, Tracy. Elementary, middle school. Maybe 4th or 5th grade, where children can learn, you know, to be disciplined and listen. So that's just how it is. Rabbits don't like their ears touched, but he doesn't seem to mind it. He's actually licking the couch. So he's just doing his own thing. His ears are back, so I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he wants a treat or something. Nope. So that's what my suggestion is. So like I said, with the pellets and the bedding, those are the 2 options I would highly suggest you guys get for rabbit, guinea pigs, whatever, especially if you're training them. And like I said, leave them roam. They need exercise 2 to 4 hours at least every day. So if your teenager comes home and you call them up and be like, hey, let so-and-so out and I will be home. I've told my daughter that Butterscotch is out. We leave all the doors closed for the bedrooms and the bathroom, just because we want those areas restricted to him. Excuse me. And then she'll put him back, and I'm like, why did you put him back? And she's like, well, I didn't want to watch him. I'm like, well, that's your responsibility. Take him back out. And she'll take him back out, and he's happy as can be. So, and there's times where he'll even go back into his cage on his own and just lay down and chill and relax. I don't have a problem with that, especially when he knows it's nighttime, especially for me. He is, a lot of people say their rabbits are a little noisy at night. He is not at all. He's really, really quiet, especially if I end up falling asleep on the couch and he's in his cage. Obviously, when he drinks, that stuff doesn't bother me. And he'll be quiet. I mean, literally, he'll be quiet as a mouse. He will not do anything to wake me up. I mean, it's just a bond that we both have with each other. And for him to trust me on that, you know, especially because he knows I let him out every single day. Pretty much all day. So he has the roam of basically the whole apartment. Except for the 2 bedrooms and the bathroom. So when he knows it's treat time with veggies, I had to cover his ears on that one. Otherwise he'd be running to the refrigerator, which he does that. Like I said, train your animal. There's nothing wrong with training them, especially when they're out and about. He does awesome on car rides. It took him quite a few car rides to get used to the fact, oh, where are we going? I can't see. Yeah, he wants mom. Don't you, huh? So it took him a while to finally get this thing into his head. Okay, mom's not going to hurt me. We're just going in to get my nails clipped. So those things don't really bother him anymore. In fact, I think he kind of likes it personally. But again, if you teach your rabbit right and you get him to know the commands, especially treats, he'll know exactly, or he or she will know exactly what you mean. So when I say, Butterscotch, you want a treat? And he'll kind of look at you, and it took a while for him to get used to that, and I give him a treat. And then I'd pull it away, and then be like, do you want a treat? And then he'll look at me, give him again, give him a taste, and then pull it back. And just keep doing that for a little bit until he gets to know. But after a while, you know, just give him like, do you want a treat? And if he runs up to you, or if he's around you, give him like, do you want a treat? And he jumps up on you. I don't want to say jump up, but leans up against you on his two hind legs or his feet. Then you know that he is fully trained on the treat part. So when I say, do you want your veggies? He will literally run to the refrigerator because he knows that's where his veggies are, his fresh veggies. And he gets plenty of that every single day, spoiled. One thing I can say, give him a little bit of banana. Rabbits love bananas. Don't give them the whole banana because they will have the runs. Strawberries. I cut him in 4s, but coming to find out, he does not like refrigerated strawberries, and neither do I, so I guess we're okay on that one. As long as it's just cut up finely, he's fine with that. Apples, he can have blueberries. He loves blueberries, so that's another thing I can say that rabbits do love. Just try all sorts of things. You can look it up. I've tried radishes with him, and he would nudge those away. He would not touch them. I don't eat them myself because I think they're disgusting, but he does nudge them away. So I'm like, okay, that's one off the list that he will not eat, so I'm not going to buy any more. But yeah, he's awesome. So I hope this video really helped you guys. I'm sorry for the stuttering. I did not get enough sleep. My MS is still acting up. It's just been really rough couple days here with no sleep. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. I will do more bunny videos for you in case you guys need any more advice. I'll be talking about securing certain places for your rabbit in case you guys want to go away, and try to help you modify those situations to leave your rabbit out. I don't have to keep anything out. I just leave it as is. So you see the wires right there. They are left there when I leave, and they're not even chewed on when I come back because he knows better. He's certainly trained, so I have no problems with that. Right, Butterscotch? Right. Yeah. Such a good boy, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Are you watching TV or are you looking at the video? Huh? So, yep. He knows what Mom's doing. So, this is just another way of him thanking me, basically. Giving me his loves. So, again, just trust your animal. Teach them. I don't want to say fully discipline them, but let them know where you stand. Because when you let them know where you stand, they'll be like, okay, these are my boundaries, but I have everything else I can do around here. Give them plenty of toys. If they like certain toys in their cage, which he does, and there's certain ones he loves outside his cage, which he does, I would keep it at that. Just because they're also mammals, he's just chilling right there. But even though they are mammals, get him a pet mat. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's what he's getting for Christmas this year. And it's usually made for dogs or cats. It's got a little padding on it, and it's actually through Wish. And there's different sizes, but I got him the biggest one because he does love the comfort. He does love padding when he lays down, especially on the carpet. So even if I have one of his towels, when I bought him a special towel, and it's really thick, I'm talking thick, so when we go bye-bye, he knows it's his, he can chew on it, or, you know, move it to where he wants it, you know. But this mat I got especially for him for Christmas, just so there's like certain spots that I don't want him peeing or pooping on. So I'm going to try to use that as a leverage for him not to use the carpet as a pooping area, and try to get him to start going back into his cage and start pooping there, since he basically quit that since before he got sick. So trying to get him back into that mode thing. He's chittering his teeth a little bit, but in a good way, not in a bad way. Right. So, yeah, that's a good boy. Yeah, you're just chilling. So, I would just do that, guys. See how it works. Every rabbit, every animal is different. It's how you raise them. It's just how you bond with your animal. Trust me. It didn't take that long to even bond with Butterscotch, because right from the start, from Pet World, when I held him, he just clung onto me like there was no tomorrow. Like he did not want me to leave him, but I did not have the money at that time to pick him up. So when I got paid, he was still there, and we picked him up, and he was just, I think it was just in awe, you know, because here I am, you know, with Butterscotch, and he's just, I can't imagine my life without him. He's just an awesome rabbit. So rabbits aren't for everyone, so you just gotta take your time, just like cats aren't for everyone, dogs aren't for everyone, birds aren't for everyone, but I was raised with animals, so kind of know my way around animals. He's just watching me right now. But yeah, I'm just saying, you know, just do the best you can with your rabbit, bond with them. So like I said, even though he was grunting at me when he didn't want to be picked up or anything, I picked him up anyways. And I gave him the love and attention. And then after that, that's when he started licking me constantly. So it can go either way of like, leave me alone or whatever, you know. So, I mean, every rabbit's different. Every owner knows their rabbit differently. Me, I just go and pick him up. I could care less and just give him hugs and kisses and tell him I love him and how good of a boy he is. And, I mean, we're working it. And it's been 2.5 years since we got him. So he's just been really, really great. So, I will post more videos on safety tips on how to use, what to use and how to use your safety stuff for your rabbit, your furniture. I don't have any problems with him with the furniture, but that'll be in a separate video. So, otherwise, everyone, have a good day. It's, let's see, I don't even know what time it is. It's about almost 6 o'clock, about 1:45 or 6:20 here. So, I just want you all to have a great day, and hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully you and your rabbit are doing fine. Bond with each other. Try a few little tricks, especially when you get your new rabbit. Try to use treats as an assertive to be like, okay, I'm here for you, so they can get to know you. I don't want to say too many treats because you don't want to go off the handle right away because they will get way too used to that. So that's one thing you want to avoid. It's just in a circulation for them to be like, okay, this person really loves me. This person wants me. And I'll have to see if I can trust them. But using treats is a good way for your rabbit to get to know you, to get to know your personality, and for you guys to bond together. A lot of rabbits that I know, I've seen they'll take their treats and they will literally run away. Or they won't even let you go near him. I mean, he'll do that once in a while where he'll take his carrot or something and he'll run underneath the table. You know, that's his personal space. So I just kind of mind that. But usually when I do give him treats, I pet him because I want him to get used to that. Just like a dog, you know, when they're eating their food, you want them to get used to people petting them while they eat. It's very important that you do that. Because you just want them to know that, okay, I'm not going to take your food, I'm just petting you. So you just want to have them get to know that. And he does that. He does that all the time. So he knows I'm not going to take his food away, or even if I try to hold it, he'd be like, no, I can do this on my own. And then you just let him do it. So it's basically a whole new situation with rabbits. He's kind of liking this right now. So, especially, you know, if they got gunks in your eyes or something. Oop, he flinched. So, every rabbit is different. Yeah, he loves that. So, like I said, just do the best you can. Communicate with your rabbit. Train them. They are trainable, very trainable in every which way possible. They know what they're supposed to do, what they can't do. They're very smart animals, so don't let people tell you differently because they are very, very smart. The only thing is with rabbits is when they're sick, they will not tell you, they will not cry, they will not do anything unless they're in excruciating pain. So my suggestion is for that also is to groom your rabbit a couple times a week. He still sheds a little fur here and there, even though he's already has his winter coat. but other than that, you will also need to bathe them. He's used to baths already, so he just sits there in the water. He's like, okay, whatever, I got no choice. So he gets that about maybe once a month, unless he's smelling pretty bad, which usually doesn't happen because rabbits are very, very clean animals. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to take care of Butterscotch here, and, yep, he knows his name. And we'll get going here so I can get him his morning veggies. Do you want a carrot? Do you want fruit? Do you want veggies? So, alright guys, have a good day, and God bless.